See, like I said before, it was a failed Igbo coup. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. It was a failed Igbo coup. IBB knows this. In fact, IBB just want to sell his book. And he knows that if he change his story, the Igbos will buy his book. You understand me? IBB just want to sell his book. So I can say that IBB is wrong. Though to his defense, he said that his perception might be wrong. It is written there in his book. He said that his perception might be wrong. But I can tell you, it was a failed Igbo coup. Are you getting me now? It was a failed Igbo coup. IBB, in my opinion, just want to sell his book. He knows that the Igbos will buy his book. You understand me? It was just like I said, it was a failed Igbo coup. You know, just because IBB want to sell his book, he knows that the Igbos always, IBB knows the Igbos more than you. He knows that the Igbos always want to get away with the coup story. You understand me? See, IBB knows that the Igbos always want to defend themselves, to run away from the coup. They always want to get away with the coup story, to change the story. Can you imagine how old is IBB now? Is it 83 years of celebration we just did? 82, 83? So IBB knows. IBB have spent all his life, even after the coup, 1966, up to, is it not about 62 years? IBB have watched all over his life how the Igbos have been trying to run away from the coup story, from plotting of the coup. You understand? So let me tell you something. IBB knows that the Igbos, they always want to run away with the story, to get away with the story. He knows them better than you. You understand me? IBB knows Igbos better than you. For years, Igbos have been trying to change the narrative. So IBB knows that it was, in fact, that would be his selling point for his book. IBB knows that would be the selling point for his book. There's nothing wrong selling book anyways. You know, if you were a wicked man, or will I say not just a wicked man, for example, to be a military ruler, a military head of state, a military ruler. If you're a wicked person, or if you're a fool at 20, you will still be a fool at 70, 50. It's like that. If you're a wicked person, you're a wicked person. You understand? How can it take, let me say, since the coup plotting happened, 62 years after, somebody come and tell you that it was Awolowo's coup? That is a lie. Awolowo's coup? How can you say it was Awolowo's coup? Who carried out the coups? They were Igbos. You see, no matter any argument you want to bring, whether you say it was Awolowo's coup or what, the people that plotted the coup were Igbos. That's why we say it was a failed Igbo coup. If you read this book, he said it was the coup plotters wanted to put Awolowo. What does that mean? So the coup plotters invaded Ore, invaded Benin City, invaded Akwa Ibom. What are they talking? Igbos were the one executing the coups. All the coups were executed by the Igbos. Are you getting me now? So IBB knows the Igbos better. He knows that for years, Igbos have been trying to change the narrative, and he knows that it will be his selling point. Therefore, he used that as his selling point. If you look at it, there is no other selling point of the book. What did I say? If you look at IBB's book, there is no other selling point. The only selling point is IBB knowing very well that Igbos always want to change the narrative. Igbos have always wanted to run away. And look at it. Igbos are everywhere online trying to share the story. If you go and watch, the people sharing the story of IBB today, or the book of IBB, because they have been trying to get away with this, are Igbos. Go and check it. Igbos are the ones sharing it, because they have always trying to run away from the story, to change the narrative. And IBB knows that is the selling point. IBB, you can't know more than IBB. IBB have lived on this earth more than all of us. He knows the Igbos better. He worked with them. So the 60% of the coup plotters were Igbos. And now look at the facts. 60% of the coup plotters were Igbos. And 99% of Igbo leaders were not paid in the coup. Instead, 99% of other people, other tribes, the Ibibios, the Yorubas, the Ikweres, other people, other leaders from other tribes were paid. 99% of other leaders were paid, from the Yoruba or the Akwa Ibom or the Ikweres or the South Side as at that time. Look at the most, what in fact, something you should know. For so many years, many of us were made to believe that IBB is from the Middle Belt. For so many years, many of us were made to believe that IBB is from where? The Middle Belt. But that is a lie. IBB is not from the Middle Belt. Do you see the truth now? Do you see what I'm saying? So a man who lived his life for after 62 years did not tell the people the truth. What are you guys talking about? IBB want to sell his book. So IBB is not from the Middle Belt. He only settled in the Middle Belt, but it's not from there. No wonder most of our leaders are not acting in the interest of our people. No wonder most of our leaders are not doing what they're supposed to do for the good of the people. Check your governors. Are your governors really from your place? Oh my God. I know the governors that are from their place, but I'm making a point. I get it. So IBB should apologize to the Abiola family first. IBB should apologize to the Abiola family and also apologize to Nigerians for truncating the progress of Nigeria and the life of so many people were cut short. You don't know that the actions of IBB truncated the progress of Nigeria. That is the truth. We need somebody to say the truth. If there's nobody who will say the truth, we have to say the truth. This young generation must say the truth. The actions of IBB truncated the progress of Nigeria up to date. Nigeria has not been able to move forward. The actions of IBB, the actions of Aguironsi, the actions of those leaders, then, all of them, has truncated the progress of Nigeria. That is the truth. So IBB should first of all apologize to Abiola family and to Nigerians for truncating the progress of Nigeria and the life of so many people were cut short. Today, now this is another proof, fact checking. Today, Igbos are the only tribe today forcing other people to forcing their ethnicity or identity on others. Igbos are today the only tribe I've seen distorting people's history, changing the narrative, forcing people to become Igbos, and all of that. Igbos are the only people doing it. And this is the same continuation of the Igbo expansionist agenda from 1966. What was the coup about? They invaded Ore. They invaded Ekodegbene. They invaded all those Benin City. That was the coup. The coup plotters, they wanted to take over. So they invaded every other places. They wanted to expand into other people's territory. That is the same. That was the idea of the coup. They wanted to be the head. Over 60% of Igbos were the head as at that time. The head in the armies and every other places. Every functional position were headed by the Igbos. Over 60% of them. So are you getting me now? So today, the only tribe that we are seeing doing the same thing that their forefathers did 1966 are the Igbos. Go and fact check. Igbos are the one distorting people's history, forcing people to be Igbos. When people say they are not Igbo, they say you must be Igbo because you speak my language, or because my language is similar to yours, so you must be Igbos. Who are those doing it? Igbos are the one doing it. So let nobody come and change the story because you want to sell your book. We know the truth. We know the truth. Are you getting me now? So today, Igbos are the only people forcing the identity on others. Are you getting me? Forcing people to become Igbos and to join the Biafra. I remember how Ojukwu used his army to invade Ekotegbene, to force our men in Ekotegbene to join his Biafra army. You know, our women were, all of them, most of our women were RAPE. Because of Ojuku's Biafra army, they invaded and forced our men to join the Biafra. So it was invasion. It was Igbos. It was the one that plotted it. It's expansionists. And today they are still doing it. Look at it. The only tribe that use another tribe to take over their own, to be the head of the organization, Ohanese and Igbo. Today, who are the one? Igbos are now using Ikwere. Igbos choose to use Ikwere man to be the head of Ohanese and Igbo. What are they trying to do? They want to change the narrative. So, Igbos are the only tribe forcing their identity on others, forcing their Igboticness on other people. Nobody wants to be Igbotic. We don't want to be Igbotic. The Akwa Ibom people don't want to be Igbotic. The Bayelsa people don't want to be Igbotic. The Port Harcourt people don't want to be Igbotic. The Edo people don't want to be Igbotic. The Delta people don't want to be Igbotic. But Igbos are the one trying to force their history, distorting people's history, and forcing themselves to, forcing people. So, this Igbo expansionist agenda continues since 1966. So it's not new. So I ask a question. If you say this was an Awolowo coup, what was the Igbos doing, looking for when they invaded Benin City? What was the Igbos looking for when they invaded Ore in the Yoruba land? What was the Igbos doing when they invaded Ekotegbene and other places? It was a failed Igbo coup. QED. Let nobody tell you other stories. Because you want to sell your book. I'm not stopping you from selling your book, but don't change the narrative. I can tell you, we, this generation, the South people, we are not going to allow fake narrative, old men, that wicked men, that truncated the progress and life of people to come and sell us fake stories because you want to sell a book. nonsense. Stay blessed, guys, and bye for now.